The immigrants and refugees who have come into our community all have a personal story of what brought them here, what drove them, what motivated them. But it is really all the same story that has brought all of us here, the desire to create a better life for our children.
At the end of the Vietnam War, there are a lot of things changes. The North Vietnam took over the South where I lived. So many people try to flee the country in many different ways to avoid retaliation just in case. I mean, millions of people die through that process. And in 1975, most people try to get to the sea. That's why we were called the boat people.
We ran as fast as we can to the port of Saigon, and there were 2 ships left at the port. The ship was leaking, the water was coming in, there was no food or the water for 4 or 5 days. We were out there, out in the open sea, and don't know what's going to happen. And finally a ship came and rescued us. I landed in Chicago the night before Thanksgiving. First time I saw snow.
I was thinking in particular of my dad, who moved sight unseen to New York City from Trinidad. And we had family in the city to offer support, but he moved and had the hope to move us all here just so we could have a chance, an opportunity at a good life. And that was so brave.
I worked in the Russian Methodological Training Center there, and once I went to the banquet. We had those formal dinners. I was late, and there was only one seat available. It was between my boss and my future husband, so I didn't have any chances. I took that seat and we started to talk, and my husband always joking, and that's what happened to people when they're late for work.
It's difficult, lonely, culture shocks. So I learned, when I went to high school in Vietnam, I have learned how to read and write, but not speaking. So speaking English was something that I had to learn and learn how to communicate.
After many experience looking for job, or even work a little bit here and there, I felt that I was not accepted at face value when I applied for a job. It's not that my degree or my school or anything. Most of the time, I was qualifying.
When I come here, the problem was that to find labels my skills to American workforce. First of all, I didn't know the whole process. I didn't know where to look for a job, how to do that. I wasn't familiar with resume, with interview process, how it works, how to sell your skills.
One big challenge for me was going to law school. And I showed up the first day in Portland, Oregon, and was one of, I think, 3 or 4 black students in the class of a couple hundred. And I thought, what am I doing here? The message to me is, this place is not for you. And I called him up, really torn up about it, and he said, that is for you. This is as much yours as it is anybody else's. And that's helped me get through.
For me, it was very important to have carpool where I can ask questions, when people can share, when people can observe and say, well, you know, this is how it works here. We talk about everything. It was like no smoking carpool, only talking. So that was the majority. You have to talk. And that's how I learned about culture. For me, a carpool was that vehicle that I came to American culture. It's why I think, for me, this employee resource group is very important. I want to create this vehicle for other people so that help them to come to American culture.
We sacrifice our life to better the generation. I think that's something that we all have in common. So if we don't succeed this generation, we will try again next generation. And that's what makes this country great.
And that first meeting, the ERG meeting, I just felt so warm. And it's a warmth that comes from shared experience that you can't get in any other way. And that was very real for me, and I think for some other folks there, that we're from all different parts of the world, but we share this very big piece of our story.
Меня зовут Виктория Кросс. Я приехала в Соединенные Штаты Америки из России в 1998 году.
Mi nombre es Leonid Guzman Fernandez. Todos me conocen como Leo. Yo emigré de Guatemala.
Tôi tên là Nguyễn Thạch, đến Hoa Kỳ từ Việt Nam.
Меня зовут Marina Halina, и я приехала из Центральной России.
Tên tôi là Margaret Vũ, tôi đến từ Việt Nam.
Меня зовут Аня Таваковая, я приехала из Украины в 90-м году.
Me llamo Guillermo Maciel. Mi familia emigró de Tijuana, México.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Марина Бейкер. Я приехала из Таллин, Эстонии, и я работаю как assistant clerk в Board of County Commissioners.